Hey everybody, we're far from the hiking trail today. We're in the middle of the ocean. We're on the Carnival Legend. We're on a spring break cruise with my family, my sister's family, and some good family friends of ours. We left from Baltimore and we're sailing to the Bahamas, and we're gonna take you along with us. We're gonna give you a ship tour, show you some of the fun we're gonna get into. You don't wanna miss this series. So if you've been following the news, you can probably piece it together that we were on the Carnival Legend sailing out of Baltimore this past week. And while we were on our cruise, the Francis Scott Key Bridge actually collapsed. So this kind of put an interesting turn of events in our cruise. And we're going to tell you all about that, how Carnival remedied the situation, how we got home. So I'm going to cover a little bit of that in this video and then a little bit in some of my upcoming videos. So this footage is from the first day that we got on the ship. As you can see, people are wearing their long sleeve shirts, their pants. It's cold out. We're in Baltimore. It was about 55 degrees on the day we left. So from the minute we got on the ship, you kind of felt like that party atmosphere. They had a dance party going. It was really fun. Everybody just anticipating the warmer weather of the Bahamas, and everyone just really excited to kick off the fun. We boarded the ship and we're on by about 1 p.m. and the ship set sail from Baltimore about 5:15 p.m. So we were able to go up the buffet and have a nice lunch, and then we checked out our room. So this is our room. We opted for a balcony, extended balcony room. On a previous cruise, we went on one other cruise before, and we went to Alaska, and we had an interior room with all four of us, and that was very, very tight. But in the Alaskan cruise, they were charging you so much more because everybody wanted that view. We found that on this Bahamas cruise, the extended balcony room was much more affordable, and we were able to fit that in our budget. It doesn't show you here, but there's actually a bunk up in the ceiling, and your stateroom attendant will come down and flip that down for you and turn it into a bed. And then the sofa here also turns into a bed. So this size room will work well for us. My husband and I will take the king bed. My daughter likes to sleep in the top bunk, so they're going to unfold that down for her. My son's perfectly happy with a fold-out sofa. The room has a lot of nice little features. It's got a little fridge. The bathroom's very clean looking. It's very small. This is an older ship. It's got a little bit of a dated look, but everything's kept nicely maintained and cleaned. It has a lot of nice storage, various drawers and closets. You can put your suitcases here. So for being a small room, there's lots of storage space and lots of places to put things. The one negative about the room that I will point out, there's only a single outlet in the entire room. So we knew this ahead of time. We have like a little charging station where everybody charges their cell phones, their Kindles, their smartwatches, that type of stuff. So we brought that with us. Shows you what the balcony looks like, and that's my nephew waving from the room next door. So this is the very lavishly decorated main area of the cruise ship with the elevators. So this is Guy Fieri's burger restaurant on the ship. This was a favorite of my son and my husband. I'm pretty sure they had a cheeseburger every single day. So it has a toppings bar where you can go through and top your cheeseburger with all different types of toppings. And then you can also order some different variations as posted in this picture here. I called it a restaurant, but it's more like a quick service. You wait in line, you get your burger, you get your fries, and then there's tables nearby, or you can eat on the pool deck. And then, of course, right near the Guy's Burger is the ice cream station. So I filmed this in the morning when it wasn't open, but for most part of the day, the ice cream station is open, and my kids ate so much ice cream this past week. Our first day on the ship, we had a buffet lunch. Everybody can pick what they like, so that was really awesome. This is the shopping area of the ship. So when you are in a port, these shops are all going to be closed. But then when you're out in the ocean, I guess these are duty-free shops, and they're allowed to be open when you're sailing. So you can get everything from like t-shirts, convenience store, medicine, snacks, that type of thing, to high-end purses and watches and jewelry. There's a candy store. So everything here that you might possibly need, sunscreen, they've got it all. There is even an arcade for kids on the cruise ship. So as a parent, you can set a set amount that you allow them to spend on their Carnival card, and they can use that around the ship here in the arcade.
There's even prizes they can redeem for. And this is the adult arcade, the casino. So this will be open when you're out at sea. It will not be open on when you're like docked at a port. I don't gamble, but this place got really busy. They had table games, they've got slot machines, all kinds of stuff in here, and it seemed to be pretty popular with a lot of adults on the cruise. This is the Red Frog Pub. It's a really fun place on the ship for both adults and kids. They've got a lot of different games, Connect Four. They've got a foosball table, which our kids just absolutely loved. They've got a shuffleboard table, all kinds of different party and type games in here. This is a spot where they often have live music. They have trivia contests. They have karaoke. So a really fun spot to be on the ship. This is Serenity. This is the adults only area of the ship. It is so peaceful and so nice here. There's a private pool for adults. There's a private hot tub for adults. They put these really plush cushions and things out on the chairs. It's just a super peaceful, quiet area if you're looking to get away from the noise, the splashing of children, that type of thing. And this area seemed to be very popular with the adults. Now, this is non-Serenity. This is where the fun is if you're a family with kids. This is one of the pools and the hot tubs where families are welcome at. And as you can see, both these pool areas are quite busy with everybody having lots of fun. The second pool area is partially covered, so this can be perfect if you don't have ideal weather. No matter how many people are on a cruise ship, there are so many nice little spots to go off and sit by yourself if you're interested. I like these little cabana things they have along the one deck, a very peaceful spot to sit. So I'm just climbing up the staircase here, and as you can see, this is the water park area. Yes, there's a water park on the cruise ship. So there are two different slides. There's a splash zone, a spray ground for smaller children. This is a quite slow curly Q slide. If you lay down, you can go faster. If you sit up, you're going to go quite slow. This green slide here is the type where you step in, the door opens beneath you, and you drop down quite fast. So that's for older kids and adults. Lots of nice seating area for the parents to watch your kids while they're swimming or playing in this spray ground here. A lot of fun when this big bucket tips over. The kids were going crazy for that. So just some really fun features if you get tired of the pool. The ship even has a 9-hole mini golf course. So this is open and the clubs and the balls are here. You can play anytime you want. There's a track that goes around this area, so it's nice. Kids can play golf. Parents can get a little exercise and walk around the track if you'd like. There's also a sports court with some soccer nets, basketball, that type of thing. This seemed to be very popular with the teenagers up here. And when you're up on the sports deck, really great views. Beautiful area to just look out and take everything in. The ship has so many fun features. There's this giant chessboard. There's a piano bar. There's the theater where you can watch live shows every night. Just so many neat different sections of the ship. They have a spa here, so you can get spa treatments, and then connected to the spa is the gym area where you can work out. There was a lot of people exercising, so I didn't really feel comfortable filming them. The gym is quite big, and there's a number of machines, but I'm just showing you this one little corner here. There's a comedy club. Our teenagers were really into watching comedy. I believe we went to 4 different PG-13 shows. There's special kids clubs for each age group where they can come in and do different activities. They also have some video games. My son said the games were older. He wasn't too impressed, but hey, it's a nice option in case you have bad weather. This is the formal dining room where you can have dinner at every night. Shows you some of the menus and what we got. It was absolutely delicious, our first dinner.
Hey guys, this is Sarah. So we are on our Carnival Legend cruise from Baltimore to the Bahamas, and we left on Sunday. It was pretty nice weather to leave. I guess we took off maybe about 5:15. The ship left Baltimore, and then Monday we had a day at sea, and it ended up, there was like a storm, I guess somewhere off the coast, so it ended up being a little bit rocky, a little bit of waves and stuff. It didn't bother us, you know, we felt it a little bit, but you could see that they had like sickness bags like by the elevators around the cruise, just to make sure that everybody was feeling okay and if they needed that. Then they also had the upper decks, like the water slide area, the walking track, the additional seating, all of that was closed yesterday due to the high winds and just the overall rockiness of the sea. So we still had a great time. My kids and I and my sister and our family friends, we went to afternoon tea, which was really nice. Just little tea sandwiches and pastries and just a nice relaxing tea service looking out over the water. That was really fun. We did some trivia, we made some crafts. So we had a good time. We had a super good dinner. Last night was formal night, so we all got dressed up and they had filet for dinner. It was excellent. We've had really good service in the dining room. So here's where we're at. It's Tuesday. We're still en route to the Bahamas, and we wake up first thing today and there's been a terrible accident. The Francis Scott Key Bridge, which is a bridge that the cruise ship goes under in Baltimore, there was a barge, and I don't have all the facts because I don't have internet service on the boat. It's kind of spotty, but this is what I've gathered from, hearing bits and pieces of the news. So there was a barge, it lost power, I believe it caught on fire, and it hit into the bridge. And unfortunately, the bridge collapses, and we've heard that I believe this was in the middle of the night, so there weren't that many cars, but it's really tragic. So just like really horrible news for people that might have been on that bridge, and just terrible news. So from a cruise perspective, when we're done in our time in the Bahamas, we were supposed to go back to Baltimore. So they let us know that they're like exploring all the different options and things, but because of the way the bridge collapsed, there's debris. Like I don't believe that we're going to be able to get back to the Baltimore port. And they said that they were exploring other ports where they're going to take us. So that makes me a little bit uneasy. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but in the grand scheme of things, like, I feel terrible for those people on the bridge and what happened to them. And yeah, like, doesn't really matter where they're going to take us. We're fine, but just a little bit of uncertainty on the boat. And I guess if they do take us to another port, they're going to have to bus us or fly us back to Baltimore because everybody has their vehicles parked there. So a little bit of uncertainty, but we're all safe. We're all having a good time. And hopefully Carnival will figure out how to make this work best for all the people, all 2,000, some people on this ship that are here for spring break.
So this is a photo of the ship going under the bridge right when the cruise first took off. So it's kind of like unbelievable to think just a few days ago that bridge was there and now it's gone. So be sure to stay tuned. In my next video, I'm going to cover more about how Carnival handles the situation. I'm going to take you along to some of our awesome excursions. We're going to visit a national park here in the Bahamas, and you don't want to miss it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the little ship tour of the Carnival Legend and hearing about what our first 2 days at sea were like.